guys, welcome to a little reading vlog. I just parked in Target. I did go to Barnes & Noble last week and I snagged myself 4 new books, but I just feel like I want to peruse Target to see. I know a lot of people were saying they had some special editions on sale. Don't know if that's like really true or if that's even still going on. Maybe that was like during Target Circle Week. I don't know, but I figured it's baby's nap time, so mommy gets a little shopping break. By the way, can we like talk about the hair? It's a lot more faded than it was when I did it a couple days ago. You guys have not seen my hair. You need to follow me over at TikTok, because on TikTok we dyed our hair purple, but it is a semi-permanent, so it just washes out within like 15 washes. So it will probably be out in the next couple weeks. It's already faded a ton, but what do we think? What do we think of Megan with purple violet hair? I don't know, it's kind of a vibe with October spooky season. So we're rocking it for the next couple weeks, but I'm gonna quit rambling. We're gonna go to Target and let's do some book shopping. So I heard this is supposed to be really, really good. Look at that sprayed edge, it's so pretty. Target, so I want to show you guys because I was able to snag some really pretty books. I don't do much shopping for books in Target, but I do not know why. I normally either buy Amazon or Barnes & Noble, and Barnes & Noble does get expensive, but these were on sale and they're really, really pretty books. So let me share what I got. So the first one that immediately caught my eye was Burning Daylight. This is supposed to be a new series that just released into September, early October. It's supposed to be like a Romeo and Juliet type of story. But you guys, this cover sold me. I think this is probably one of the prettiest, like vibrant books I have ever seen. You, Juliet, are the sun is on the sprayed edge. So this book was like $15 originally and I got it for 20% off, so I figured that was a really good deal. And then I just picked up at Barnes & Noble another Emily McIntyre book, and when I saw this one, this was the last one they had in this beautiful like special edition. This is stunning. So pretty. Just really, really beautiful book, so I immediately had to add it. I've heard so many things, like so many good things about the Never After series, and I'm so excited to have this in my TBR. Those are the 2 books I got from Target today. Now last week I did go to Barnes & Noble, a hefty pile, because we got 4 new books from Barnes & Noble last week. I went a little ham. This is what happens when I finish all my books at the same time. I immediately am like, I have nothing else in the house to read. I've read all of my books, so I go a little crazy. So the first one, which I started last night, I think I'm on like chapter 7. Yeah, chapter 7. So I'm only 40 pages in. This is Emily McIntyre's book Hooked. This is in the same series as Scarred. It's the Never After series. Heard really good things about this series. Like, nobody has talked bad that I've seen about this series. So when I saw that I could get Scarred in that cover, I was like, yes, immediately. But this book so far is really, really good. Like I said, I'm only chapter 7, so I'm not that far, but I was excited to get something like this around Halloween. I'm not into like super scary, creepy books. Very few times I will read one. It's normally after Rye reads a creepy book and he's like, you could handle this book, or he'll say you can't. So if he says like, I can handle it, it's really not that bad, I'll add it to my cart, but it's not something that I'm drawn to. I'm very much romance, dark romance, fantasy, like that's where I live. The book I picked up last week was Phantasma. I have been eyeing this book for probably 6 months, but now again, since we're in like spooky season, this is like when I dive into dark romance and fantasy the most. So I've heard really good things about this. I'm really excited. She is super thick, so it might take me a hot minute to get through this book, but I'm so glad that I finally picked it up. All right, another book that caught my eye was the hardback cover of The Crimson Throne. This book is a little bit different than my normal romance, dark romance fantasy. This is more like history type of fiction. It is the story between Queen Elizabeth and Queen Mary of Scots. I don't know a whole lot. Like, I immediately just saw the cover, thought it was beautiful. Look at the sprayed edge. So stunning. But I love history. Like, a lot of shows that I watch are very much that era. So I'm excited to maybe dive into a little bit of like a history type of fiction novel. And then the last, but certainly not least book that I got was Zodiac Academy, The Reckoning. This is book 3 in the Zodiac Academy series. Holy cow, you guys. I did not think I could love a series more than ACOTAR, which, if you aren't like a huge book person, ACOTAR is A Court of Thorns and Roses. That series had me in such a chokehold, but this quickly, probably quicker chokehold than ACOTAR. I'm not even kidding. The first book, a lot of people say they didn't like the first book, which when you get into like a huge universe like these books, the first book is kind of hard and lengthy just because you're learning about the world, you're learning about the characters. But oh my God, that book had me so quickly ordering the second one. I am still not finished with the second one. I'm probably gonna finish it tonight because I'm just that obsessed with it. So I already knew I had to go pick up book 3 while I was at Barnes & Noble. That was like, this was a must. Like, this was not coming home with me when I went to Barnes & Noble. They are hefty, but I am telling you, the amount of reading time I devour these books in is insane. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I know there's like 9 books, so I know I have a ways to go, but I don't know, like, I can't even think about it. I can't even think about finishing this series. Like, we're just not gonna talk about it. So hence all the books that I got from Barnes & Noble and from Target. So I got 6 new books. I'm not sure how many I will be able to get through. We are October 15th. We're literally halfway through the month. So a lot of these are probably gonna be read in November, but I'm so excited for these books. I mean, all of them, not all of them. 3 of them are gorgeous, and I know 2 are gonna be amazing. All right, so it is 1:41. I have to wake Ridge up from his nap at 2:30. So we literally have just a little bit under an hour. Let's see how much reading we can get done. I'm just gonna dive into Hooked because I want to save Zodiac Academy for nighttime. I love reading that book at night. It's just such a vibe, like in my bed, in the dark. I just love it. So I know I want to save that for later today. So I think we're going to go ahead and dive back into Hooked. pages. It is 2:27, so I have 3 minutes before I have to get rid of. I ended at chapter 13. It's getting so good. So it's basically Hook slash James is his name, but they call him Hook, is somewhat of a naughty boy. He owns a bar, and for some reason his enemy is Peter. We don't know why they are enemies, but in James's mind, Peter is a really bad guy, and he ends up plotting to kind of take revenge on Peter by wooing his daughter Wendy, and it's really good. So they're going like on their first date. So I'm excited about this book. I know it's gonna be a good one, but like I said, it's 2:30, so we have to go get Ridge up from his nap, get a snack, and then we're gonna go to the car rider lane. I do have like 2 or 3 TikToks that I need to film in the car rider lane, but I'm gonna bring this with me in case I'm able to wrap up all my TikToks early and read some more in the car rider lane. Okay, I literally just got done finishing 3 TikToks. I have 11 minutes. It's 3:34. The bell rings at 3:45, so I'm gonna read my book for 11 minutes. All right, got Ridge into bed. It's about 7:45, and I am dying to finish this book. I have like 40 more pages left. I am on chapter 35. I think there's 38 chapters plus a bonus chapter. So I am going to sit in bed and finish reading this book. Saw me finish book 2 in the Zodiac Academy series. Another 5-star read for me. This Zodiac Academy series is gonna be a god tier for me. I just already know it. My reaction to what played out in the final chapter definitely shocked me. It was extremely action-packed. It was definitely like I was on the edge of the bed, like I could not believe what was happening. And then the last few sentences, I was just like, I know Zodiac 3 is going to be amazing. So I'm excited to dive into The Reckoning tonight. I've really been enjoying Hooked. I'm already about like 1/3 of the way done with this book. It's really, really good. But something is like telling me I just am screaming to like want to get into this story. I believe this is going to be a series, correct me if I'm wrong, but that is what I've seen. And so I'm really, really excited to read her new series. So I don't know, I think what we'll do is read both of them and just see which one I gravitate more and then dive into either one. They're both the same author, so they're both going to be beautifully written, but it's beautiful outside. It's like 73, and I just was like, you know what, I think it'd be nice for us to go sit at a coffee shop and read. So I'm going to take both these books, but then I'm also going to bring my laptop and get some editing done. I've never done editing at a bookshop, or I've never done editing at a coffee shop, so I want to see if I enjoy it or if I can get a lot of work done. But I just figured it'd be nice to get out of the house while the weather is so beautiful. was so refreshing. I have not done that. I've done that one other time, and it's probably been since, I don't know, like over a year ago for sure, when Ridge was like little and taking like 2 naps a day. I came to this exact same coffee shop because it's the closest coffee shop to my house. It's literally like 7 minutes down the road, which is crazy that it's like, I'm so glad that it is, but there's literally a Starbucks right across the street right here. So I'm so glad that people are, you know, really supporting this little small local coffee shop. It's the sweetest thing, but they have this nice, so stinking cute. It's like this small little house, and they have this nice outdoor back patio. It's got trees, and it's got a bunch of seating, and so I was just able to go out there. I read for about 25 minutes, and then I did some editing for 25 minutes. It's 2:15 right now, so I have 15 minutes till Ridge has to get up from his nap. But I was texting Rye while I was there, and I was like, what do you want to do for dinner? And we kind of both decided that like grilled cheese and tomato soup sounded phenomenal. So I'm going to run, there's a Walmart right here. It's like a little neighborhood market Walmart. So I'm going to pop in there, get some sourdough, some cheese. We do have tomato soup at home. So I'm just going to get those few ingredients so we can make a cozy grilled cheese and tomato soup tonight. So we're going to run to Walmart real quick. Into bed all snuggled up, and I'm going to read some more of Hook. I read some in the car rider lane, and it's getting so good. I'm on chapter 21. I will say the chapters go back and forth between Wendy and James. James's Hook. But if I read, so I'm like at page 132, I'd like to get halfway, which would be like page 165 tonight. So maybe try to read like another 40 pages. I do need to edit a vlog. So I might like read a little bit and then edit and then read and then go to bed. But this book is really, really good. So I highly recommend, if you've not read Hooked, to pick it up. Especially if you like kind of dark romance or like a twisted dark tale on some of the Disney classics. That's what like this whole Never After series is. So I'm going to start reading, and then we'll finish off our night.